Hi, Heart Nation. Welcome to another episode of Carla's channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration. And today is April 1st, April Fool's Day. So I hope you all had some good pranks that you played on people. I love April Fool's Day. But today I am not fooling you. We have a great cast of people lined up for today on our red carpet filmmakers for the Detroit Filmmakers Award that is coming up April 27th. Clap some hands. Woohoo! It's going to be a great time to celebrate all the great acting, writers, directors, and everything that has been going on in Detroit. I am so excited. So, our lineup tonight, we have Jason Sims. You're going to hear from him. He's the president of the Detroit Filmmaker Awards. And then we're going to have the almighty, powerful writer, nomin- I mean, award nominated producer, writer, Tanja Ayers. And then we're going to also have executive producer of about 30 something films, Dewan Ford. And then we're going to hear from the hilarious Mike Larry, comedian. And we're going to just have some laughs, but we're going to give them all some time to talk to us about what they're doing, the projects that they're working on, and what does these awards mean for the Detroit community and also the independent film industry. So, with no further ado, get ready. We're going to bring to the stage Jason Sims. Hi, Jason. Thanks for joining.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Yes, my pleasure. So, Jason, I am just so happy to have you on. You know, you're looking very spiffy, just like a president should.
Thank you.
Um, so, tell the audience who don't know you. You all are all very big in the Detroit area, and people have seen your work and the different films that are being worked on. But for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about Jason.
Well, a little bit about Jason. My original career path was not an actor. Okay, um, I actually started out with a goal in mind to be an architectural illustrator.
Wow.
Art is my first love, so that attention to detail transitioned into film. I also model. I actually have a fashion show coming up April 17th, actually April 13th. My apologies. And that's called the Motor City Sneaker Ball. Um, and I've got another stage play coming up May 17th. So there's quite a few things going on. And I just enjoy the community itself and being a part of the film industry in its entirety.
I love that. You are busy. You got a lot going on. Kudos to you
Thank you.
with all of that. And I just want to say, with all that you have going on, you're still even doing your own thing. What does it mean to be the president of the Detroit Filmmaker Awards? What does that feel like? And what kind of things do you do? Walk us through like a day in the life of Jason Sims, the DFA president.
A day in the life of a DFA president. Well, just putting out fires and trying not to cause any at the same time, basically. Answering questions, addressing concerns, coordinating
Mhm.
with various individuals about what the menu is going to look like, what the venue setup is going to be, just various particulars behind the scenes. Just trying to make sure everyone has the best experience possible this year down at One Mic. We've got it laid out for you guys this year, so it should be a beautiful thing. Those of you who
Nice.
don't have your tickets, I hope you get your tickets soon. And it's just going to be an amazing situation.
Awesome. I want to say, did I see you in, or not see you in, you tell me, right man, wrong woman? Did you have something to do with that?
Yes, I did. I was actually the lawyer who helped him get his house back.
All
Uh,
right. Yeah, trying to be modest over there.
Miss Tanja Ayers gave me a call and said, "Hey, Jason, I need you to play this part." I said, "I'm all yours." So
I loved it. I remember that. I remember. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So kudos to you. I'm telling you, Detroit is just blowing up. So, Jason, we thank you for coming on. What is it that you want to? You said you're going to have a great affair for the Detroit Filmmaker Awards, April 27th. What do you want to leave us with about the awards that are coming up in all of the categories? It's going to be a great time. Somebody has to win. It can only be one winner. So what do you have
Absolutely.
to say to everyone who have gotten nominated but didn't get the big trophy, and those who haven't gotten nominated yet? What are your words of wisdom for them?
So, two things. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So, for those of you who took the shot, um, even if you don't go home with the trophy, in my eyes, everyone is a winner. And it's our goal and my goal, more importantly, at the DFAs this year, to make sure everyone feels included, make sure everyone feels celebrated, because that's what this is really and truly all about, to celebrate the independent film community, those movers and shakers who've put in the hard work, the diligent hours, uh, countless days to make their dreams come to life. And it doesn't have to stop just here. So I want everyone to continue to grow, to continue to pursue your dreams, and make sure you come out. And even if you don't go home with the trophy, just know you're in the company of others who want to see you do well.
I love that. You're in the company of others who want to see you do well. I love that. Thank you, Jason, so much for joining. And we're going to speed the camera on over to our next guest. Thank you, Jason. We are going to go over now. You heard Jason talk about one of the other movies, a movie that he was in, Right, Right Man, Wrong Woman. I saw that. It was great. And Jason was the lawyer. He played the lawyer in that film. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And he said Miss Tanja Ayers is the one who invited him onto the stage. So who do we have next? Miss Tanja Ayers. Where you at, Tanja?
I'm here.
Hi, it's so good to see you. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And Tanja, your alias or your nickname, what people know you by is the shoe lady. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But before we get into all of your business, how did you get this name? Where did it come from?
I started selling shoes in 2000 officially, and so now it's been 25 years of
Wow.
selling shoes. So I've had a boutique in Detroit. I had a couple pop-ups, Oak Park, Southfield, and then I sold shoes with a friend at a boutique in Roll up until a year ago. So 2024 was my first year semi-retirement.
Wow. Look at you. All right now. That's awesome. So I see that a lot of times on your films. It'll say the shoe lady. And before I knew what it meant and connected the dots, I was like, wow, the shoe lady. And then when I saw it, I said, oh my gosh, that's Tanja. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank
So
you.
Tanja, I just want to give you a kudos for all of your movies, all of your nominations that you and your cast have received, the awesome writing and producing that you have going on. So, we're going to play a little bit of the one of you have two movies. I think you have a couple that are being nominated, but today we're going to play the trailer of two of them. But 10 Toes Down. Oh my goodness. You are really hitting it out the park with that storyline right there. I'm 10 toes down with my man. Okay. Where did that get her? Okay, I won't tell the story.
Ooh. It got her a
We
part
loved it.
two, 10 toes down two coming soon.
What you say? Part two is coming.
Yeah, we wrapped last month. It was the
All
month before
right.
last. So it should be out soon.
All right. We got to see how if she, what happened because she messed
Hmm.
up now. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're gonna play this trailer.
Yep, I
Tap
got
in.
your regular. Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you. You're welcome. Be careful. I got it. All right. See ya.
Wait, I didn't catch your name. I'm James.
Kyra.
Nice to meet you, Kyra.
Same.
I got you tonight.
You are perfect.
So are you. I love you.
I love you too.
I don't want you to think I'm a creep, but
Oh God.
ever since I saw you at the coffee shop, I've been thinking about you nonstop.
Mm.
Okay, so speaking of that, how was it?
How was what?
I don't know, sleeping with another man.
Oh.
That part.
You not leaving. I don't care how many pictures you got. You not leaving.
Are you insane? You're married too, James. Do you remember that? So can't the same be said for you?
No, because my wife knows better. My wife wouldn't dare be disloyal to me and let another man into our house. Do you trust me, yes or no? I love you. I really do. I love you. If you continue to stand by this clown, I'm walking away.
You're gonna have to do what you gotta do, Sean. Cause I love him. And I'm standing 10 toes down behind my man.
What you say? Wow. I love that. You had so many nuggets in there, you know, from the infidelity and that, she should have just stuck with, I'm married. Okay. She should have just stuck with that and kept on going. But I love how you built up the excitement. She wasn't going there at first, but then, and that's how it happens, right? In real life, things start to happen. You look at your mate differently. Oh, they're not doing this. They're not doing that. And next thing you know, their hand on the leg becomes something else. So I love how you did that. And then, I love also how you topics that matter, and you threw in some domestic violence points in there as well. And that's so important. I've had this reminded me of my cousin who was unfortunately murdered by her fiance. And it kind of happened just like that. And I had another guest on my podcast before from a domestic violence program that helped women escape. And she said the time that the most deaths occur is when you say you are leaving, when you're trying to leave. So you really put that in there, and it really rang true with me. So I want to tell you, first of all, thank you for exposing that, because it's definitely book clubs around, the city and different countries, and wherever your film may be shown. Those are great talking points right there. So I want to thank you for that. Very
Thank
good.
you. Thanks
Very
for
good
just
writing.
recognizing that.
What inspired you to write that?
Majority of my stories come from dreams combined with shoe stories. For some reason, you think how a bartender talks to his customer and they tell their stories. That's what has happened to me over the years of selling shoes. Someone would really just come in the store and tell me all their business, stuff that you would never tell anyone, I would think.
Right. It's safe. It's safe with you.
Yeah. So pretty much everything I've done has a little piece of somebody's real life I've come across over the years.
Mhm. I love that. And I love how you incorporated the shoe lady. So now when I see that logo of yours, the shoe lady, it really resonates even more with me, because it's really the magic behind what you're doing, some of that. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. And I had to. There's so many people that just did not and still do not know my name. When
Mhm.
I go places, they're like, "Hey, shoe lady, how you doing, shoe lady?" Like nobody knows who Tanja is.
I love that. I love that. But you are known as the shoe lady. I love it. I love it. So, you have quite a few actors that are nominated in here.
Mhm.
What was it like working with them and to see them get nominated?
It's very exciting. Like Lies and Loyalty, Devontae, when he came into audition, he was a little smaller in stature than what I was looking for. But
Mhm.
I just loved his audition, and then he was just pleasant to work with. And same thing with Ten Toes Down, with Steve, with Fallon. I've just been so blessed to have had great cast and crew to work with on all of these projects. So it doesn't even seem like work, because we're like family and we're having fun.
Mhm. It looks like it. The behind the scenes, I would just love to be a fly on the wall just to see that, how it goes. About how long did it take you to wrap up production for 10 Toes Down?
I think it was 7 days. I do believe it was
Wow.
7 days. But if you want to come on set, I start filming my next project April 21st.
Wow, look at
We're
that, a
actually
personal
taking a day
invitation.
off to attend the awards.
Nice,
So you can pop in on set, see how it is.
nice. I love that. Thank you. I feel special now. Okay. So now we talked a little bit about 10 Toes Down. Now,
Mhm.
are we ready for Lies and Loyalty? That one right there. I'm telling you, yes, another one. I see why these films are nominated. So let's go ahead and check in a little bit on Lies and Loyalty. Here's that trailer.
Anyway, so why were you so late today?
Yeah, I was just running a little behind. That's all.
For real. What are you gonna do when that man decides that he wanna come from being a side piece to the main dish?
You had this man in my office, laughing and shaking my fucking hand, and the whole time you fucking him, B.
You just don't appreciate what you got.
I really messed up this time, Owen. I don't know what to do or how to get out of this. Dave? What was that noise?
What are you doing? What can I say? You're addicted.
Yes, and we love it. That was awesome. You know what? Another awesome story, infidelity, and she was off the chain. I love how you made her character, you know, and the I can't give it away. I can't give too much of it away. If you all haven't seen it, go check it out. They're nominated. So you got to see it. And I'm starting a movie discussion club just so I can talk about these movies and just let out all the beans because they are worth talking about. You know, in
Wow, thank
this, it was just
you.
Tanja, you are so welcome. And you work with some heavy hitters, some names and actors faces I've seen before, working with them. Tell us more about this. How did you see your actors and actresses getting ready for these scenes? Did you see them transform right before your eyes?
Uh, in some cases, I did. Lies and Loyalty, I went into that blind. I
Okay.
kind of had an idea of Devontae's character, but the rest of them I didn't. But Ten Toes Down, I literally wrote that with T. Bynum, who plays the lead, in mind. I'm not sure why she popped in my head when I first started writing. And it was ironic that she showed up to audition because I never told her. And I didn't tell her until after we wrapped. Like I
Wow.
literally kind of wrote it for her. It's just that she showed up, and then I was like, wow. And I saw her at the audition because it was just something about her personality. I've worked with her a few times. So sometimes that
Mhm.
happens. It's certain people I think of, like Dewan Ford, who was so busy all the time. But like I saw him as the bad guy, in Right Man, Wrong Woman. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think he was doing something they had told me. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to bug him. And then it ended up going back to being him anyway. I ended up having to replace the original person. So it's just
Wow.
crazy, how the universe works.
It is. And you did that. And we're going to be talking to Dewan Ford soon. And he did his thing in that movie as well. So for you, Miss Tanja, I know you have a lot of projects coming up. April 21st, you're going to be in the studio. Yay. And you have some upcoming projects. Tell us about those.
Well, the next one is called Woman to Woman. Remember the song from back in the day with Barbara and Shirley?
Yes,
So
woman
this
to
is the
woman.
aftermath,
Okay.
right? So
Ooh, we want to see that.
yeah, so it's Barbara and Shirley, and now their kid.
Ooh,
And then the next one is She Wanted to Be Me. It's kind of inspired by some personal stuff that went on in my life.
Okay.
And then after that, Cold Feet. A guy proposes by mistake. His fiance finds the ring and assumes it's for her, but it wasn't. But he didn't have the heart to tell her. So, and then, the things that transpire after that. So something happens to her, but you think it was him, but it wasn't. They think he got cold feet, did something to her, but it really wasn't him. And
Wow.
I think I have a big old board behind me.
Okay, we see
Oh.
it too.
Those are the next scripts that are done. Let me say that.
Wow.
Oh, I came up with an idea. So Janaea Black wrote a script for me. I gave her the
Mhm.
storyline. It's called Egregious. I think that's
Okay.
going to be filmed in either July or August.
Nice. Janaea Black, another heavy hitter with some great
Yeah.
stories out there. She's nominated as well, and hope to have her on the show right before the awards come up so we can get in all her business with the movies. So
Yes. Do
where did
that.
you find the time, Tanja, to write all of this? I can't even find the time to edit my podcast.
You have to make the time, and then I write in spurts sometimes. It's like when I get in the writing spirit, I just keep writing. And that's like
Mhm.
where I am now. Like I was writing last night. I was writing like before we started the show, so I just
Wow.
kind of just get in and then it may be a month or so before I write anything else. So
Okay.
I just do it when I can.
Wow. Well, my hat is off to you. You're doing an
Thank
amazing
you.
job. You have so many nominations, categories for these films.
Yeah.
So
11. I didn't even
11?
know that until last
Wow.
night. I was like, do
11.
I?
Wow. So that's a
Yeah.
testament to you, your creativity, and all that you're doing. And I can't wait to see these upcoming projects. That Woman to Woman, man, I know that got some true
Yeah.
facts. I can think of a
It's
couple of
good. It's
things.
good. And I usually don't toot my own horn. So I say it's good. It's
I
good.
can't wait. I can't wait. Well, we appreciate you talking to us. And people out there, if you want to get in touch with Tanja, she has her information right below her name. And we're going to say thank you so much, Tanja. Give us a quote that you're living by today.
Woo. A quote that I'm living by today. It's not necessarily a quote, but it's something that I try to do. And I've tried to make it a year of first. Meaning that sometimes we get stuck in routine where we do the same thing over and over again instead of trying something new. So try something for the first time, go somewhere for the first time, eat something for the first time. Like
Love
expand
it.
what's going on so that you can grow. Because if you don't
Mhm.
try anything new, then you remain stagnant.
I love that. Try something new. Well, thank you, Tanja. We wish you well, and I'll see you at the
Mm,
awards.
yes, you will.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And all right, we have been having a great conversation and we don't want it to stop. Next up, we got another heavy hitter. Let's give it up for the one and only Dewan Ford. Hey,
What's going
Dewan.
on? What's going on?
What up, though?
What up, though?
I love it. Thank you so much for joining.
Appreciate you for having me.
Yes. So, Dewan, I know you're being very modest. When we talked a little bit beforehand, you're like, oh, I'm one of the, sponsors. I'm not really nominated, this time. But you're a heavy hitter. You got what is it, 39 like films that you've produced, written?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
tell us about that?
Yeah. So, initially I started off, I came back, into acting around 2016, as an actor. Um, and at the time, it was only maybe 3 or 4 production companies, producing films. So I seen the lane for myself. I seen that we needed more EPs. It was probably 30 or 40 actors all fighting for the same spots. So I decided to hustle up some money and start producing my own films, and the rest is history.
Wow. Wow. I read a quote by you. It was from a couple of years ago, but I think it still rings true. You let me know. And it
Uh,
says Dewan Ford is seeking on a mission to bring Hollywood to Detroit. What
uh,
made you say that?
because this as a kid, I always had a passion for acting. But
Mhm.
the Hollywood dream, it was really kind of far fetched. I grew up, born and raised here in Detroit, and it was just kind of like, being an actor was like, yeah, whatever. So after
Mhm.
seeing what we started here with the independent film industry and seeing the progress that we've made over the past 10 years, that's still my mission today, and I do whatever I can do to help push the culture forward.
Mhm.
I'm the type of person, I'll show up, act, I'll produce, I'll hold a boomstick, whatever it takes. I'm all about pushing the culture forward, bringing positivity. I'm
Mhm.
big on collaboration over competition. The only way for us to make a difference in our community is by working together. Because we all kind of compete. When it comes to producing films. Of course, I want my movie to be the best, but at the same time, I want Detroit independent film to be the best and really, take it to that next level.
I love that. You really dropped some nuggets for us. And, I had no idea that Detroit was blowing up like this in the film industry. It reminds us of the Motown era,
Yeah,
right?
most definitely.
That's what some people, equate it to. Would you say Detroit is on a come up right now? How are things in Detroit right now? What is the climate?
Oh, it's definitely, we're on the come up. I get calls daily, from people, from these big companies, big distribution companies. They want a piece of the action. And it's kind of pros and cons to it, because it's
Mhm.
good that our work is being recognized, but at the same time, we built this, ourselves, so I really don't care to, have anybody else come in and try to get a piece of the pie. Like this is ours, this is what we
Mhm.
built. So I'm just focused on keep on working, keep building, with my fellow producers, actors,
Mhm.
directors, writers, and let's just keep growing. Let's just keep working.
Wow. I love that. I have seen, before people were talking about Detroit, it's like, don't go there, don't move there. But I'm telling you, so many acting opportunities. I'm like, told my daughter, she's an aspiring actress
Mhm.
and singer. I'm like, you might need to move to Detroit.
Yeah. No,
So,
there's a lot of people that have moved from LA, from Atlanta,
mhm,
and that they're here, for that opportunity. I actually have got booked, in New York,
mhm.
LA, and Jersey, Atlanta, Memphis. I've
Nice.
been all over the US. So
Mhm.
people they really recognize what we got going on. But yeah, I mean, it's like we filming a movie every week. You look up like somebody's working, somebody's doing
Right.
something, and that's how we ended up with the Collective Studios. We have X amount of producers here, and when I
Mhm.
tell you, every time I walk into my office, somebody is filming something. So but it's a blessing. I wouldn't have it any other way. We could be doing anything else right now, but we're doing something that we love to do, And fortunately, you know, we're able to get paid while doing it.
I love that. And before because you said you have some hot tea for us, but before we go there, I want to say kudos again to you. You're making great movies, acting, and you're a great role model for your children. How do they feel about seeing dad on the big screen?
See, my kids, they're kind of born into it. So they range from, you know, I got a 12-year-old, I got a 10-year-old, and a 9-year-old. So I've been kind of acting like their whole life. So to them, they really don't care. But, you know, now that they're getting older, their friends at school are, you know, searching me up on Google or, you know, watching my movies and stuff. So they starting to see like, oh wow, you know, dad, he's really, you know, somebody, you know. So they're starting to feel it from their peers. But as far as, you know, when they come on set with me or whatever it is, you know, they don't care. They just like, oh, whatever. It's like I said, they was born into it. So it's not really a big deal for them.
So that is so funny because, you know, like you saying, they're like nonchalant, but everybody's like, hey, we saw your dad.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You know, and it's like everywhere I go, you know, like from the gas station to KFC, you know, we walking through the airport. You know, and they kind of used to it now, but you know, people, they really love what we got going on. You know, and it's been all love, you know, and I genuinely appreciate all of our supporters, you know, and everybody. And once again, you know, thanks for having us on here. You know, that means a lot.
I love it. I'm happy to have you all on and spread the good news, you know, about all that you are doing. So, Dewan, you said you had some hot tea for us. You got a trailer you want us to see. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, fresh off the press. You know, I haven't released it on social media. So back in October, you know, we shot a film, and it's called Return of the Mac. So it's not necessarily a remake of the original Mac, but it's kind of like an extension of that story. So I play a character named Golden, and I am Goldie's grandson. And, you know, if you guys want to take a look at the trailer, but this is the world premiere of the Return of the Mac trailer.
All right, let's do it. I'm so honored. Thank you, Dewan. Here it goes.
No problem.
Man, pimpin' still alive, baby, man. Purse first, ass last. That's what we do. We get that pass. You feel that?
The Mac of the Year award goes to Golden.
Then I choose you.
Come on now, Mrs. Tony. You know the rules of the game.
You too dumb to be a pimp.
We can settle this fight. We got some class, so we can get off of just the gangster. $335 for 25, mother. Buy that.
Who's this?
That's my daughter, Q.
Oh, that's Lemon Drop. That's Jedediah Creed look.
It's my lemon drop. She's special.
What you know about her?
You can't go around town like every day.
If you're not helping the community, then best to believe that somebody's out there hurting it. Did you want something, Daddy?
I'm just looking for my daughter, Dad. You mean my lemon drop? Bro, your pops was my best friend. You gotta use your mind, bro. It's a different kind of war out here now.
So you gonna let this man take my family away from me?
You may be your father, but I'm her daddy.
It's the Return of the Mac. I'm back for the smoke. Back to fix all of the practices these savages broke. I recognize who the beast was and had to revoke. Cause when the Mac returns, wide the rope, that's the result.
Wow. I love that. Yes. And I'm looking at these credits right here, Dewan. You got some heavy hitters in there.
Yeah,
wow.
Yep. We had Clifton Powell, DeAndre Bonds, Dougie Fresh came out, and we're doing the premiere Juneteenth. And we're going to do it at the Fillmore. We're going to have it's going to be a premiere and a concert. We got Rakim coming. We got Dougie Fresh. We got well, I can't say everybody yet, but we have a lot of people coming. So it's going to be a big deal because we took the original Mac story, but also we kind of added the element of human trafficking. So I kind of went from being a pimp to Liam Neeson, type deal. So yeah, it's a great film. I can't wait for everybody to come out and watch it.
That it looks so good. You got the heavy hitters, and I see even on the back end some top name producers you got in there with you,
Yeah.
writers and everything. I saw Kamal Smith,
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay Skills. I saw some other names too. I can't even remember them all in that short clip, but I did see some. So,
Uh-huh.
all right, you all did that. I cannot
Work.
wait. How
Appreciate you.
was it? How did you get everybody together to get that started?
So the idea initially came up with my good friend, my CPA, Brian Freeman. He's a huge Mac fan, right? You know, so we were sitting down, we was doing my taxes last year. It was around this time, and you know, he's been kind of following my progress, you know, as a producer. And he was like, "Man, I want to shoot a movie." So we had dinner. We kicked it over at their place, and we watched the old school Mac movie. And Jay Skills came over, and we started writing and just kind of throwing out ideas. And the rest was history.
I love it. I love it. So I can't wait. Juneteenth Day,
Yep.
Detroit is the place to be for
June
that
19th
premiere.
at the Field
All
Mall.
right. Yes, yes. I love that. And it's going to be symbolic. That's why you're doing it on Juneteenth Day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because our motto is it's bigger than a movie. It's a movement. And our main focus is just on human trafficking right now. So that's really like the focus of the film. So we're really pushing that. But yeah, I mean, I think people are really going to love this film.
Yeah, I love it already. And I love the social impact that you're bringing to it, human trafficking. And that is, one of the things that's so scary. I have daughters, young daughters, and I'm scared for them when they're out there, because so much is happening. So I appreciate you bringing that to the light and, being that unsung hero, that we all need. So my hat goes off to you, Dewan. Give us one last quote. And you said a lot of nuggets, but I always like to end my guests with a quote that they are using today in their life.
So for me, and I think I said it earlier, but it means a lot. And that's collaboration over competition. The only way for us to make a difference in our community is by working together. That's something that I've stood by, for the past 12, 13 years. And a lot of people don't really understand it. So that's why I'm constantly, pushing it out there, because us as, African Americans, if we can really work together and, collectively, and that's why we call it the Collective Studios. We all come together. We can move mountains. And, I just think a lot of times we just get caught up in that, crabs in the bucket mentality, and is really frustrating. And sometimes, I get upset, and I want to do and say certain things to certain people. But, what I realize is I'll never let somebody else dictate who I am. I'm going to always be Dewan Ford, and that's what I stand on. So, whether you got something negative to say or whatever, I don't care. Regardless, I'm never going to change who I am, and I'm going to stand on that.
All right. Well, there you have it. Collaboration over competition. I love it. Dewan, thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to see everything that you have coming out, and especially the return of the Mac. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
All right. Thank you. All right. And now our last but not least, he is going to be the comedian and host of the 5th Annual Detroit Filmmakers Awards, and on April 27th in Detroit. And here he is. We're going to bring him to the stage. Mike Larry, where you at, Mike?
What's up? What up, dude?
It's so good to have you. Thank you for joining.
It's good to be here. I'm excited. Yes. April 27th is going down. This is going to be one of the biggest events in Detroit. We have a dope film industry, period. Like, when I go out of town to do shows, everybody's asking, man, what y'all doing down in Detroit? Man, y'all taking over, man. Here in Detroit, you get some people that be kind of hating. They think to be a joke and all that. But people in other states, they like, man, y'all doing it. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? And I ain't being, we do get some movies where, you know what I'm saying, some people put some movies out that ain't that good. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's the same actor in each scene. And one scene, he might have a Coca-Cola. Then he cut back to him. He might be drinking some water. You know what I'm saying? It be some stuff like
Like
that.
what
Some stuff
happened?
be funny. But for the most part, Detroit is on the rise. We doing our thing.
Yes, yes, you all are. And I know it feels good. So tell me about that. So you are going to be the host. What are your ties to Detroit? Tell us, how has it been, this transformation for you, seeing this transformation with the film industry, and how is it impacting the community?
Like I say, it's impacting in a major way. One of my first movies that I was in was a classic here in Detroit. It's called Buffed Up. That was the first movie I was in. I played the part of a guy named Kudo. You know, he pulled up. He was selling buff glasses, and his slogan was, you know, what's up, man? Kudo with the Tudo. I got the bus for the low low. Let me tell you what they go for. So he was always popping up trying to sell the glasses and all that. But Detroit scene period with the movies, man, is I'm in about 15 of them so far, you know, and
Wow.
yeah, just it's a platform for people to express
Mhm.
what's in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Things that you have in your head, you're able to create and put it out there. And it's also a money grab. Like you got some people out here making some money out here. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Some
Yeah,
people out here really changing their lives with this.
that's awesome. And I love it because we don't have to wait anymore. And independent film is big. There's so many, it's not just Tubi, it's so many more out there,
Yeah.
that are really blowing up. And you don't have to wait for Hollywood anymore, quote unquote Hollywood. You bring the Hollywood, like Devon said, bring it to you. And you
Real
all are
talk.
bringing it to Detroit. So you are the comedian host, and you just love making people laugh. I can just hear it all in your voice. What
Yeah.
got you started into comedy?
Man, I started comedy back in '07, 2007. Really it was crazy. It just kind of was another gift God gave me. Like I was an athlete, I played ball all my life, and I had a tragic accident where I couldn't play no more, and I ended up working a regular job like at Home Depot, and I was like one of the funniest people there. You know, and people would tell me all the time, "Man, you funny, you should do comedy." And there was a guy there who was doing comedy, and some people, plugged us in, and actually his name Blackberry, and he kept telling me come down there to some spot, and I went up, and I just ever since I went up, man, I had the bug, and I ain't stopped since. 18
Wow.
something. I don't even know how many years. Yeah, it's a lot of years.
A lot of you,
A lot of
a
years. A
lot
lot
of
of years.
years.
A lot of years.
But that's good. And you're still making people laugh. And so you've been in this game a long time. Who are some of the people that you've had the pleasure of sharing the stage with or interacting with?
Man, Cat Williams, Bruce, Mike Epps,
All right.
Cedric the Entertainer. Yeah, it's a long list. And then we got some dope people here in the city too as well.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. my man Kool-Aid and Foolish and Coco, and it's a long list of funny comedians, Shiny D, and like it's a
Mm,
bunch of funny comedians here that just haven't been seen yet or discovered yet. But
mm.
we got a host of new comics coming in that's blazing stages, making waves. So this is
Nice.
this is the place, man.
Nice. I love it. And so you are seeing this transformation as well in Detroit. And I know it got to be so good to see. And what do you think? Do you think that overall the city is changing for the better? I still see people saying, oh, Detroit is the top of the murder rate. You don't want to go there. What do you have to say to that?
Man, they always gonna say, you always gonna get people talking like that. But for us, I don't know if it's just because I'm comfortable here. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I'm used to it. It's almost like you don't know what you then became immune to until you leave or something. I don't know. But I love it here, man. I love my city. I almost really I was telling my wife the other day, like even, when things get financially better, when I get, I want to do some what you call that? When the birds, what do you call that? Bird, whatever. When you leave during a certain time of the season.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What is it called?
We got to figure out the name of this. What do you call it? Bird something.
Migration. When you fly, when you go to another city during the
Yeah,
summer,
yeah.
when it's winter. And I know the name, but I can't call it. You're right.
Man,
Yeah.
yeah, but we do it's some bird, whatever. But yeah, I want to do that. Want to make sure I come back to my city, man. I love my city, man. You know, our
Awesome.
team's been winning. The Lions, even though they, they had a great season. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of positivity, man. People speaking on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And you get people
Nice.
who mean mug you sometimes too. But that let me know I'm at home sometime. You know.
Right, right. That's good. People
Yeah.
smiling in your face. Sometimes you gotta pay extra attention to that. You
You
gotta
know
be
what I'm
like, wait a
saying?
minute,
Them,
why they
them the
smiling
ones I
so
don't
hard?
trust. I trust the
Right,
people that's mean mugging me or look like you want to rob me. I trust you, but the ones that smiling,
right,
you ain't from around here. You up to something, dog. What you
right,
smiling for? You know?
right. I know that's me. I smile all the time. I used to work in a prison, and they called me Nurse Smiley. And they say, "Why you smile so much? You look shifty." So yeah.
Yeah,
But that's me. That's me. But I love it. And I love that you're sharing this, the comedy and everything. And I love that you love your city.
yeah.
What else do? You are blazing the streets. When you're at Home Depot, you're telling all these jokes. So you got to close us up with some jokes. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you know what's funny about that when people do that because it's almost like if you work at McDonald's, you come over to somebody's house, they like, I know you work at McDonald's. Hey, look, while you here, can you make us some burgers? I want 2 Big Macs, and they be like, man, I just got through. I've been working all day. You know what I'm saying? So you know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's a little different, but it's when they come to the award, I'm definitely gonna have fun, man, and they catch me on the radio 105.9 every morning. I do impersonation of Judge Mathis, so I'll be doing that on the air sometimes too. You know what I mean? 'Cause Judge
Okay.
Mathis from Detroit. He got
Yes.
a movie they making right now too. He got a
All
movie he
right.
making right now, man. But he from Detroit, and he got the Detroit
Yes.
swag, and he go off
Mm-hmm.
on you. He dog you and respect you at the same time. As soon as you come
Right.
in, ma'am, you a dope fiend, ma'am. I know the game. Be quiet, ma'am. Like, how can you be ma'am and you calling me a dope fiend at the same time? Like, them two don't even match. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet. And everybody's a crackhead. You a crackhead, sir. And then he look at doors. See, I know crackheads. See, crackheads coming in my community. We sell dope to. You be quiet. You can't even talk. Like, why am I here if you ain't gonna let me talk, Judge? Be quiet,
That is
sir.
him.
Yeah, talking about talking about all you do is drink wine. Only wine that make you still like that is heroin, sir.
That is him. That is him.
Yeah.
And you're high right now. That's what
And
he
you
said.
high, I can tell you how you want to get high right now. You smoke crack, right, sir?
That
Even
is
if you don't
him. That
smoke
is
crack,
him.
you start feeling like you do. You like, I mean, I ain't never tried it, but man, you keep calling me this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. He is definitely got that edge to him, that Detroit edge
Yeah.
to him. Yes, he does. I
That's why
love
he's
it.
been so successful over 30 years on TV. Like he like, man, he's saying what we want to say when we
Right.
watching him. Like, man, Judge,
Right.
he lying. He catch it right. See, sir, I know you're lying, sir.
That is good. You are good. Oh my goodness. I love that. You got me crying my lashes off.
Oh
Okay.
no, don't do that. Don't do
So
that.
you said on Wednesdays, where do you go on Wednesdays? You got something for the people. They can come out and see you.
So I'm on Mason in the morning. Mason and Angie Star every Wednesday morning.
Okay.
And about 8:30, 8:45. And what I do is we give out free tickets. So if you tune in, and we're gonna give you a number to text. Text the number, you get as many tickets as you want. So, and we at the Punchline. So I'm at the Punchline, host the Punchline Comedy Spot. We showtime started about 9, doors open at 8 every Wednesday, and you get the free tickets. All you gotta do is tune in to Mason in the morning on Wednesday, 8:30.
Wow. I love it. Well, you got Judge Mathis down, Pat. You're funny and I love it. And I cannot wait to hear you and meet you at the
Oh yeah.
April 27th, 5th Annual Detroit Filmmaker Awards in Detroit. So, as I ask all of my guests, Mike, Larry, what is one quote that you are living by today?
One quote that I'm living by today. I look at things a little different. Like I think I look at the world as a big stage, and everybody who comes in your life is a part of this movie. You know what I mean? You got people that exit, you got people that enter, and it's all about how you do your movie. Which way you direct your movie, which way you want your movie to go, and that's how I play it, man. Whether it goes good or not, I'm still thanking God for whatever He got me at, whatever space He has me in, and that's kind of what kind of started my journey of doing clean comedy. I've been doing clean comedy for about I've been doing comedy almost 18 years or something like that, but I've been doing clean comedy for about 12 years.
Wow. And
Yeah.
it's clean comedy. Tell us real quick, why clean comedy? What made you do that?
It was all God because I used to like to cuss. So it was
Okay.
all God. God told me that He wanted me to do clean comedy, and I'm telling you, right when I started, the first year I started doing it, before that year was out, I was able to quit my job. And I've been
Wow.
just doing comedy by itself along the whole journey, the last 12 years, where I done fed my kid. I got six, me and my wife got 6 kids together. I had custody of my two. I met her, she had four. So we got 6 kids together. They all grown in college now. But when I first met her, my youngest was 4, her youngest was 4, and her oldest was 11. My oldest was 9. You know what I'm saying? But now they grown, 28, 27, But I was able to work and take care of my family, man, off comedy, man. But it was all
That's
God, though.
awesome. That's awesome. That's a great story right there. Testimony, and somebody I'm sure is getting inspired by that and uplifted by that. So thank you for sharing
So
that. Yes. And I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you. And much love to you and your family. And we'll talk to you again. Thanks for joining us,
you
Mike
know it,
Larry.
Pete.
Peace. Well, that's it for us, Heart Nation. I really hope you enjoyed today. I hope you're inspired and motivated by what you heard. And don't forget to come here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to hear more red carpet interviews. We got some exclusive takes today. We got the exclusive premiere of Dewan Ford's new movie coming out in June, Return of the Mac. It's going to be a big celebration when it comes out on Juneteenth, which is June 19th. So make sure you get over there. You got Tanja Ayers, you got Mike Larry, and you have Dewan Ford and President Jason Sims. Thank you. He's doing big things trying to make Detroit a great place to enjoy film. So we thank you all, and Heart Nation, you all take care of yourselves and take care of one another. Good night.